You are about to experience the Jersey Jaguar YouTube channel, the greatest YouTube channel in all of history when it comes to your Jacksonville Jaguars. In order to become a subscriber to this channel, if you haven't done so already, you only need to fit 3 criteria. First, you must love the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second, you must hate, better yet even despise, the Tennessee Titans. And third, and most importantly, you must know in your heart with everything you have that Shad Khan is a complete and total buffoon. If you fit those 3 criteria, hit that subscribe button, join me on this YouTube journey, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Sit back, relax, and listen to the best Jaguar insight on the YouTube platform. What's going on, Jags fans? It is your favorite Jacksonville Jaguars YouTuber, Jersey Jaguar, coming at you guys again with yet another video. We're going to talk about today some surprise cuts. Now, this doesn't mean that this definitely will happen. That's why it's a surprise cut, a possible surprise cuts that could happen for the Jaguars this upcoming season. Let's get into the video. I'm going to start off with a couple of minor surprising cuts before I get into the bigger fish. There's 4 guys who come to mind when I think of the topic of this video. First one, I'm going to put Laquan Treadwell. So the Jaguars signed free agent wide receiver Kevin Austin from Notre Dame to quite the hefty undrafted player contract. If my dude balls out in training camp this upcoming July, balls out in preseason, and Laquan Treadwell continues to just be Laquan Treadwell, who's a 4th, 5th receiver at best, depending on how the chips fall, depending on how our favorite GM Trent Baalke and Dougie P see things fit, I could definitely see Kevin Austin push Laquan Treadwell for that wide receiver spot there if they were to keep like 6 receivers, which would be my guess. I could definitely see them doing that, either sticking Treadwell on the practice squad or just cutting bait with them altogether. I could definitely see that depending on how Kevin Austin plays this upcoming preseason. Another guy, move on over to the defensive side, Trey Herndon. Trey Herndon is just a guy, you guys. Okay, Trey Herndon, although he's seen a lot of playing time with the Jaguars over the last 3 seasons, Trey Herndon is kind of just an average player. Okay, we've only seen so much of him because defense sucks, okay? But on most teams, he probably wouldn't play. But because he's been such a big part of our defense over the last 3 years, I put him on this list. And because the Jaguars spent their last 2 picks in this past year's draft on corners, I could definitely see one of those 2 guys pushing Trey Herndon possibly off the roster altogether. Jersey Jaguar, why would you not say Chris Claybrooks? Chris Claybrooks sucks. He's definitely worse than Trey Herndon. You are correct. But at least Chris Claybrooks brings something to this football team when it comes to his return game and special teams. That's why I went with Trey Herndon. The Laquan Treadwell and Trey Herndon are kind of like the 2 smaller fish. Now we're going to jump into the bigger fish. Now we're going to jump into the actual shocking cuts. I might put that little emoji where the emoji's like, I may put that on the thumbnail of this video to add that whole aesthetic of it shocking, a shocking cut from the Jaguars. We're going to get into those shocking cuts. The first one, Jawan Taylor. Jawan Taylor. Why would I say this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Walker Little needs to be on the field in some way, shape, or form. Okay? Some way, shape, or form. I'm going to say Jawan Taylor. Walker Little needs to be on the field. The Jaguars spent a good, it was like a middle round 2nd pick on him. Okay? They need to get him on the field. I don't care how they do it. Preferably right tackle. And I can't imagine him playing really anywhere else but right tackle, because I don't really necessarily know if he's the type to be guard, although I think he would at least attempt to play guard if needed over on that left side. But my man Jawaan Taylor, not only has his play significantly dropped off the last 2 seasons, but he has outright said that he will not play guard, that he's a tackle. And you can look that quote up. I'm not sure exactly when he said it, but he said it fairly recently, that he is not a guard and he's strictly a tackle. Well, Jawaan, I'm sorry to hear that you feel that way, because you're not cutting it anymore, buddy. And a little bit that we saw from Walker Little, if he beats you out in camp, he's going to be the Jaguars starting right tackle, because we know Cam Robinson's locking down the left side. And if you're not willing to play guard, wouldn't be shocked if the Jaguars cut. Well, I would be shocked. That's why the video is called Shocking Jaguar Cuts, Possible Cuts. I'm throwing Jawaan Taylor on the list. If he loses that right tackle battle, and if he's unwilling to at least attempt to play guard, Jaguars could cut him, which how sad would that be? Because I remember for that draft, Jaguar fans considered him as possibly taking him with that 7th pick. I remember that going on. We ended up taking Josh Allen there, and then we got Jawaan Taylor at the top of the 2nd round of that draft. How far has he fallen, dude? It's terrible, awful for Jawaan Taylor. But I've said this before, best case scenario is that Jawaan Taylor has a fantastic camp and that the Jaguars can hopefully plug Walker Little into that left guard spot. Got to get him on the field. Can't spend a 2nd round pick on a player and then the 2nd year he's just not on the field in any way. We are not in shape right now as an organization to be wasting draft picks like that. We've been wasting draft picks far too long. And if we ever want to right this wrong that this organization has done, we got to get something out of these draft picks. So Walker Little needs to be on the field. Jawaan Taylor, sorry, bud, you could be a casualty because of that. And then my number 1 surprise possible cut for the Jaguars, and actually may not be that shocking, K'Lavon Chaisson, okay? Mr. Sack Guru, as he goes by on Twitter and Instagram and such. K'Lavon Chaisson has delivered 2 sacks to this organization in the 2 years that he's played. Well, Jersey Jaguar, has he been hurt? No. Has he just not been on the field? No, he's been on the field. He ain't doing a whole lot, but he's been on the field. Has not produced. Has not produced in any way at all. I can almost guarantee you. In fact, you know what? I will go, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. I will guarantee you Josh Allen obviously will have more sacks, significantly more. DeJuan Smoot will have more sacks. Arden Key will have more sacks. Roy Robertson Harris will have more sacks. Adam Gotsis will have more sacks. Okay, and that's just the outside edge rush guys. All right, I'm looking at Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd will have more sacks. I made this bold take. I do shows with Jags Fan Cave, which if you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him right now. Well, not right now. After you watch this video, go sub to him. But I was doing a video with him, and we were talking about Mr. Chaisson, and I said, I guarantee you by Thanksgiving, Devin Lloyd will have double the sacks that K'Lavon Chaisson has had in his career. 4 sacks by Thanksgiving for Devin Lloyd. Book it, mark it, it's happening. Chad Muma will have more career sacks than K'Lavon Chaisson. I'll even say Foye Oluokun will. All right, well, where does that leave K'Lavon Chaisson? Because I didn't even get into Foley Fadukasi. I didn't even get into Devon Hamilton. So pretty much Jersey Jaguar, what you're telling me is that Kayvon Chason, of every player on defense, if he continues the same track that he's on, will have the least amount of production of anyone on this defense? Yes, loyal YouTube viewer, that is what I'm telling you. I am telling you that Kayvon Chason has been a complete bust, a complete waste of space. And honestly, I don't know where he fits on this defense. I really, really don't, because he can't cover when he does drop back into coverage. He can't tackle. He is too small. He gets blown off the ball. He can't set the edge at all. So it's not even, you can't even say, oh, he's good against the run. He's really not, okay? And he can't rush the passer. Sack Guru can't rush the passer. So what is he good at? He's good at nothing. He is good at nothing. And we unfortunately spent the 20th overall pick on this guy. Okay? Would not shock me, because in my opinion, he's below the depth chart. Oh, well, he's kind of like an outside linebacker that can rush the passer. Okay, are you, honestly, ask yourself, are you going to play him over Devin Lloyd? Are you going to play him over Chad Muma? When you bench Josh Allen for a series to give him a breather and you put Chason in to give him a breather, do you feel like the Jaguars are at least maintaining that play or getting better in any way? Or do you feel like the drop-off from Josh Allen to Chason is here to here? Ask yourself, honestly. Ask yourself the drop-off between Dawuane Smoot and Kayvon Chason. Dawuane Smoot, at least I see, consistently gets pressure. And when he's in the backfield, he doesn't stumble and bumble and fall and trip over nothing. Dawuane Smoot's a better player. Arden Key's a better player. Trayvon Walker will probably have at least 2 sacks this year. Or more. And he's a rookie. Okay? So, the way I'm looking at it, you guys, don't be shocked if the Jags cut Kayvon Chason. Because I see some people, like, I forget exactly who it was, like, Jaguar fans, because we all want them to trade for someone every day of the week. Someone was like, oh, give them Chason in a second and Visca or whatever. And it's like, no one will take Chason. He's not worth anything. You have to produce something of value in order for me to trade value to you. Chason does not do that. Don't be shocked if the Jags cut Chason, guys. That's all I got for you today. Kayvon Chason, Jawan Taylor, step up your games. The other 2 guys, honestly, if the Jaguars cut you, I won't lose any sleep over it. Hope you liked the video. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Hate the Titans every day of the week. Go Jags. Well, look at you. You made it through the entire video. I appreciate that. Since you've made it this far, you might as well go ahead and share this video with every Jaguar fan that you know. Really helps the channel grow. And hey, us Jaguar fans got to stick together. Duval.